So the next story we're going to cover is Lyft's AI earnings assistant. It's supposed to help us figure out how to make more money. And I do listen. There are times where Lyft has an idea and I'm skeptical. And despite how skeptical I am, I always give it a shot. Most times it's just a way for them to cut our pay. Sometimes it's really good things like to stay within the area filter, even priority mode. I think positively of priority mode. I'm gonna make a video about that. People are gonna they're gonna think like I'm a shill because they haven't tried it themselves. But there are times where we're using priority mode will make you more money than not using it. And it sounds counterintuitive. Yes, I know. You're just gonna have to like and subscribe to make sure you see that video when I drop it. But I can't see how this is bad. Now, will it work? Who knows? To be determined. But I don't see how Lyft trying to give us more information is going to result in us making less money. So Lyft's AI earnings assistant offers ideas about how drivers can make more money. Drivers can ask it how to optimize their shifts based on real-time data on airport arrivals, local events, and more. So what it seems to be doing is the information Lyft is giving us in the app, it seems to be condensing it for us. And to a new driver who doesn't know much about the market, this can be a good cheat sheet that helps them figure that out. But how you interpret data is going to be the important part. So the article says Lyft has launched Earnings Assistant, an AI chat tool for drivers seeking to optimize their time on the road. With it, drivers can create plans based on information about things like airport arrivals or local events, announced Jeremy Bird, EVP of Driver Experience at Lyft, in an email to The Verge. The Earnings Assistant feature is in early access and drivers will need to join a waitlist to use it. So I already signed up for the waitlist. Here's what it looks like. I'll drop the waitlist in the chat just for anyone who is interested in signing up. Once they have access and start planning with the tool, it can offer reminders and drivers can also ask it for recommendations if they aren't sure where to go next. So they have a little example here. I wish I could pause it, but I can't. So this person is saying, hey, create a driver plan today from 3 to 8 p.m. Stay in San Francisco. Start at this address. So at 3 p.m., set an area filter here. Be aware of this 30% turbo that's going to happen. Gives you the times. It throws you reservation options and more. I feel like this is useful if you're new. But anyone who's advanced and understands their market is probably going to be better than this. It's probably going to know not to take scheduled rides because they require you to wait for 30 minutes sometimes. It could be really bad, but yay, question mark. In this hypothetical example, the driver asks for a plan that stays within a 5-hour period in San Francisco and ends at an address in Oakland. It then creates a time-blocked visual that shows where they're going to be and includes a mention of when the driver can expect a turbo time when earnings are higher. That's cool. Giving us reminders of when things are going to happen, that can't be hurtful. Just can't be. Lyft says this builds on other recent rollouts like tweaked Lyft rewards and a driver accomplishment letter feature, another AI-powered tool that creates a personalized document summarizing their work for Lyft, complete with positive feedback from passengers. I'm going to have to check the driver accomplishment letter out for you guys later. I'm not going to do that today, but I have seen it. I do have access to it, and I do have access to the new Lyft rewards. I'm going to just have to make a full video breaking down how it works, and that'll come out soon. Once my daughter's here and I'm not driving as much, I plan on putting out a lot more scripted content out. So we do have some comments. I did read them a little bit earlier. And let's quickly go through what they're saying. So Dave says it actually sounds like a cool idea. Kind of where I sit. Cool for certain people, useless for some others. Unicorn's Rule says, so they just took an easy to use form that would have 4 inputs and changed it to a hard to use natural language UI that requires someone to enter a well-formatted request into the app. So I don't think they're replacing what was here before. This is something in addition to it. If you don't want to use it, I don't believe what they have would disappear. But one of my problems with all of the information they put in the app is that it's too much. They're throwing a bunch of information at you in a way that's not consolidated. And if part of that information is useless to you, now it's just in the way. They keep throwing me these scheduled rides in there as suggestions, but I'm not taking them because they cause you to spend too much time with no one in your car. You're not making money, so it's not worth it for me. Continues by saying, also, does it work in other languages than English? I can figure out forms in languages that aren't mine pretty easily, but I'd never be able to write out a request. This is going to be an issue, especially when you see how many eighth graders in America can't read and write. I'm just going to chalk this guy off as being a negative Nancy. Someone else says, go figure. Another value Lyft offers that is a complete waste of time. If depending on your skill level, you might see it that way. Just like upfront pay, where according to Lyft, drivers can now know what they make ahead of accepting a ride. Yet if we decline it, our acceptance rate drops. You need to watch my show to learn how to make that not happen. We may see what we get unpaid upfront, but once we see what the rider paid us, blah, blah, blah. This is probably one of the better responses. I can't wait to hear about hallucinations that send drivers to wild goose chases, wasting time, fuel, and money. That's probably a part of what will happen in the early stages. Welcome to AI. But of course, I'm gonna test it, see how it goes, and see how useful it actually is, and I'll report and let you guys know. So make sure you subscribe.